Fictional languages, often called constructed languages, or conlangs, have captured the imaginations of fans worldwide. These languages, designed for books, movies, TV shows, and video games, offer a way for enthusiasts to immerse themselves in fictional worlds. While learning a new language is challenging, some fictional languages are complex enough to have real-life communities of learners who speak them fluently or use them for creative expression. Here are 10 fictional languages that people have learned and continue to speak, demonstrating the fascination and dedication they inspire. 1. Klingon, Star Trek. One of the most well-known fictional languages, Klingon was created for the Star Trek franchise by linguist Mark Okrand. Its distinct guttural sounds and complex grammar make it a challenging language to learn, yet it has a loyal following. The Klingon Language Institute was established in 1992, and fans continue to teach and learn the language. It even has its own translation of Shakespeare's Hamlet and the Bible. 2. Elvish, Quenya and Sindarin, The Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien, a philologist, created several languages for the Lord of the Rings universe, with Quenya and Sindarin being the most prominent. Quenya is considered the older, more classical Elvish language, while Sindarin is the one spoken by the elves in the Lord of the Rings narrative. Tolkien meticulously crafted these languages, which are still taught and studied by fans and scholars. The languages have a full grammar, lexicon, and literary tradition. 3. Dothraki, Game of Thrones. In Game of Thrones, the language of the Dothraki people was created by linguist David J. Peterson. He developed Dothraki as a way to add depth to the nomadic warrior culture featured in the show. Peterson's work on Dothraki was so well received that he later went on to create Valyrian, another language in the Game of Thrones universe. Fans can now learn Dothraki through online courses and resources, and its popularity has only grown since the series aired. 4. Esperanto, International Language. Though not originally created for a fictional world, Esperanto is a constructed language that has often been featured in fictional works and serves as the basis for many linguistic experiments. Created by L.L. Zamenhof in 1887, Esperanto was designed to be a universal second language to foster peace and international communication. It has a large community of speakers worldwide, and its simplicity has made it a popular choice for fictional universes, such as in Star Trek. 5. Narvi, Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar introduced audiences to the world of Pandora and its indigenous inhabitants, the Narvi. Linguist Paul Frommer was tasked with creating the language for the Narvi, designing a beautiful and unique language that reflects the connection between the people and nature. Narvi has a growing fan base, with language learning apps, resources, and a dedicated community of speakers striving to keep the language alive. 6. Simlish, The Sims. Simlish, the language of the Sims video game series, may not have a formal written or spoken structure, but its playful, expressive tones have made it one of the most beloved fictional languages. While it doesn't have a fully developed grammar or vocabulary, players enjoy the nonsensical, humorous sound of the language. Fans have even attempted to create their own interpretations of Simlish, contributing to its continued legacy in pop culture. 7. High Valyrian, Game of Thrones. As part of his work on Game of Thrones, David J. Peterson also created High Valyrian, a rich and complex language used by the ancient Valyrian people. High Valyrian has a full structure, including grammar and vocabulary, and has been used in various works of fiction beyond Game of Thrones. Fans can learn it through resources such as Duolingo, where Peterson's language expertise brings the language to life for a new generation of learners. 8. Hesy, Star Wars. Hesy is the language spoken by Jabba the Hutt and his followers in the Star Wars universe. It is one of the many languages created for the Star Wars franchise, contributing to the world building and making the galaxy feel lived in and diverse. While Hesy is less complex than Klingon, it is still widely recognized by Star Wars fans and is often featured in fan conventions and discussions about Star Wars linguistics. 9. Minionese, Despicable Me. The Minions from the Despicable Me series speak a language called Minionese, which is a blend of various real-world languages, including English, Spanish, French, and Italian. Though it's not a fully developed language like Klingon or Elvish, Minionese is used for comedic effect and has garnered a following due to its quirky and playful nature. Fans enjoy mimicking the language's catchy phrases, and some even have fun creating their own Minionese phrases. 10. Atlantean, Atlantis, The Lost Empire. The language of Atlantis in Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire was created by linguist Mark Okrand, who also created Klingon. Atlantean was designed to sound ancient and mysterious, with unique phonetics and a deep historical connection to the lost civilization. While it is not as widely learned as Klingon or Elvish, Atlantean remains an intriguing part of Disney lore and has inspired language enthusiasts to study it in depth. The allure of fictional languages goes far beyond their use in books, movies, and games. They offer a window into the cultures, histories, and worlds that shape them, providing fans with a deeper connection to their favorite fictional universes. Whether through the guttural sounds of Klingon, the elegance of Elvish, or the playful babbling of Minionese, these languages allow fans to engage with stories on a different level. The fact that people continue to learn, teach, and use these languages in real life proves that language is not just a tool for communication, it's a bridge to imagination, creativity, and community.